Your dog tells you the truth about your relationship long before you ever notice, and the signs are far more profound than we admit. We tend to assume their affection is simple, but it's actually nuanced in ways that echo our own emotional world. When you look closely, their loyalty and love show up in places we've stopped paying attention to. These everyday moments carry meanings that can quietly change how you see your bond. In this video, I'll reveal the surprising depth behind the compliments your dog has been giving you all along. If that kind of gentle discovery speaks to you, feel free to like the video and subscribe so we can keep exploring it together. Number 1. Sleeping with their back to you. Have you ever wondered why your dog chooses to sleep with their back turned toward you, as if offering you the most unprotected part of themselves? It's one of those simple scenes that feels ordinary until you pause long enough to notice how much trust is woven into it. Your dog isn't just resting. They're settling into a space where their guard drops in a way it doesn't with strangers or uncertain environments. There's a quiet confidence in that posture, a sense that being near you allows their body to soften in ways it can't anywhere else. And when they choose that spot beside you, it's their way of folding you into the small circle they instinctively call family. That closeness lingers long after the moment passes, resting in the background of your relationship like something steady you can almost feel if you pay attention. Number 2. Silent night watch. Most people assume their dog sleeps through the night just like they do, but that isn't quite true. There's a quiet alertness your dog slips into once the house settles. A gentle awareness that keeps them shifting positions or listening for sounds you never notice. When they choose a spot near the door or at the edge of your bed, it isn't random. It's their way of placing themselves between you and whatever might come close. They move with a calm sense of duty, not anxious or frantic, just present enough to feel like they're holding the night together for both of you. And in those moments when they do their small, silent rounds, it's their instinctive devotion shaping the rhythm of your home without asking for anything in return. It's a kind of love that hides in the dark, steady and unseen, becoming part of the reason you sleep as peacefully as you do. Number 3. Holding eye contact. And once you notice that pattern, you start realizing how much of your dog's devotion shows up in the quiet daylight moments too. Here's the blunt truth. When your dog holds your gaze, they're offering you one of the most vulnerable gestures they have. It isn't a challenge or an attempt to dominate you, despite what some people still believe. It's a soft bridge they're choosing to build between your emotional world and theirs. There's something almost disarming about the way they look at you. Not demanding, not expecting anything, just letting you know they see you as steady ground. In those slow seconds, your dog is letting down the same inner guard they protect with everyone else, and you can feel the warmth of it if you let yourself stay in the moment. And what makes it even more powerful is how naturally they use that shared gaze to tell you that, out of all the people in their world, you're the one they claim as their person. Number 4. Leaning on you for comfort. There's a quiet kind of reassurance you gain when you finally understand why your dog leans their weight against you. At first, it just feels like a soft nudge or a steady pressure. But then you notice how their whole body relaxes the moment they make contact. They aren't trying to make a point or ask for anything complicated. They're letting you hold a piece of the worry they don't know how to carry alone. And in that gentle surrender, your dog is admitting that your presence settles something inside them, the way a familiar voice can calm a scattered mind. It's a vulnerable gesture, almost childlike, and it reveals how deeply they've tied their sense of safety to the simple act of standing close to you. And once you feel the weight of that trust, you start seeing these small moments for what they really are. A quiet confession that you are the place where their fears loosen and their world steadies. Number 5. Nesting in your scent. And once you start seeing how your dog leans on you for comfort, you can't help wondering why they search for your scent even when you're not there. It's strange how something as simple as an old shirt on the floor can become a place where your dog settles their heart, almost as if the fabric still holds the warmth of your presence. They bury their face into it, circle around it, and finally rest in a way that feels less like a nap and more like a small reunion. Your scent becomes their anchor in the moments when the house feels too quiet. A reminder that their world hasn't shifted, even if you've stepped outside for a while. And what moves them isn't the object itself, but the familiar trace of you woven into it. the same one they would follow without hesitation if you disappeared from sight. In those soft, private moments, they're not being clingy or mischievous. They're choosing the closest thing they have to being held by you when you're gone. Number 6. Following you everywhere. On its own, it's nothing but stacked over time, it becomes one of the clearest truths about your bond. You notice it in the small moments, like when you shift rooms for just a second and hear their quiet footsteps trailing behind you, as if they're afraid to let the space between you grow too wide. It isn't dependence in the way people sometimes label it. It's a calm decision your dog makes to stay within the orbit that feels like home. Being near you steadies them, gives shape to their day, and fills the gaps where uncertainty might creep in if they wandered alone. And the more deeply they trust you, the more naturally they fall into this rhythm of shadowing your steps, not out of fear, but out of devotion. To them, staying close is simply the way love moves. Quiet, steady, and always a few inches behind your heel. Number 7. Bringing you their toys. You see it most clearly in that small moment when your dog trots over with a toy in their mouth, drops it at your feet, and looks up as if something important has been offered. There's an innocence in that gesture, but also a quiet depth, because your dog doesn't hand over what they value unless they feel something steady and safe in you. It isn't really about the toy at all. It's about sharing a piece of their world, inviting you into the part of their life that brings them comfort and joy. And sometimes, when they bring an object that isn't even meant to be a toy, it's their way of saying they want you woven into whatever they're experiencing in that moment. Even if they can't explain it, you become the person they trust enough to handle what matters to them, whether it's a favorite plush or something they simply find intriguing. And the more you watch it happen, the more you realize that every offering is its own small confession of love, placed gently at your feet, without a single word. There's a kind of peace in realizing your dog has been telling you how they feel in ways you can finally understand. And the fact that you stayed until now shows you're the kind of person who already cares more than you realize. The real gift is knowing that their devotion isn't complicated. It's woven into the small moments you share without thinking. And when you notice those moments, they begin to feel like little threads pulling you closer to them. It naturally makes you wonder about the love your dog hopes to receive from you, not just today, but through every stage of their life. Those hopes are gentle and deeply human, almost like wishes they can't say out loud. If you want to explore those wishes with me, the next video is waiting with open hands.